Most people assume they are dealing with real things in a real world. The unreflective person regards his observations, as they first appear, to be things that have an existence completely independent of him. When he sees a tree, he believes that it stands in the shape that he sees it, with the colors of its various parts, and so on, there on the spot that he is looking at. A reflective person becomes aware of the fact that we form mental pictures about the things and events we encounter. These pictures deflect our attention away from the world and toward our inner life of mental pictures. Psychology considers these pictures as only a representation of the real world created by our own psychological condition. These mental pictures will insert themselves between the observer and what exists outside in the world. A real world is no longer seen through the intervening world of mental pictures. How can we know anything of the outside world if the picture called up in our mind inserts itself between the real world and ourselves? If all I experience are mental pictures, then our everyday life would be like a dream. But we cannot remain in this dream unless we intentionally close our mind to our desire for knowledge. By means of thinking, we recognize the thing we could not see when we were blinded by mental pictures. It is the deepening of thinking that will awaken us from this dream. When I, as thinker, approach a plant, the plant connects itself with a concept in my mind. The world causes thoughts in my mind with the same necessity as it causes the blossom on a plant. Plant a seed in the earth. It puts forth root and stem. It unfolds into leaves and blossoms. Set the plant before yourself, and it connects itself in your mind with a definite concept. Why should this concept belong any less to the whole plant than leaf and blossom? The concept of a plant appears when a thinking consciousness approaches the plant. Only concepts and ideas are given us in a way that can be called intellectual seeing. Without the penetration of reality by intellectual seeing, our thinking will just extract the concepts we have already added. The form in which the concept first appears we call intellectual intuition. Our observation remains unintelligible until we have the corresponding intuition. Intuition may dive down to greater or to lesser depths of reality. The deepening of knowledge depends on the powers of intuition. What philosophers call the absolute, the eternal being, the ground of the world, what the religions call God, this we call the idea. Everything in the world that does not appear directly as idea will ultimately be recognized as going forth from the idea. Thinking does not create the idea, it perceives it. Thinking unifies our separate individuality into one whole with the cosmos. Insofar as we sense and feel and also perceive, we are single beings. Insofar as we think, we are the all-one being that pervades everything.